Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Commanding General Brigadier General Milford H. Beagle, Jr., and Post Command Sergeant Major Jeremiah Gann, welcome to the United States Army Training Center, Fort Jackson, for the graduation companies Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, and Echo from the 1st Battalion, 13th Infantry Regiment, 193rd Infantry Brigade. Please stand for the invocation given by Chaplain Shane Withrow.
Let us pray. Almighty God, we come before your presence this morning, physically, and tuning in all over the world on Facebook Live to celebrate the graduation of the high-speed, motivated soldiers in this formation. They have overcome obstacles, broke through barriers, and accomplished every single task placed in their path. Every soldier in this formation should be beaming with pride and know that they serve a grateful nation. It is because of their selfless sacrifice that the men and women of America are able to sleep at night under a blanket of freedom. We also thank you for the drill sergeants, the commanders, the first sergeants, the support elements, everyone involved in training. It is because of their hard work and dedication that these warriors stand ready to deploy, engage, and destroy the enemies of the United States of America in close combat. With liberty's light, continue to shine bright. In your holy name I pray, amen.
Please be seated. The purpose of today's ceremony is to recognize the commitment of men and women you see standing in formation before you today, who have chosen to serve their country as soldiers. This review is the last official formation of the training cycle. Not everyone successfully completes the difficult period of tasks and training, but those in formation today represent disciplined, motivated, physically fit soldiers who exemplify the Army's 7 core values: loyalty, duty, respect, selfless service, honor, integrity, and personal courage. They are imbued with the warrior ethos and display the tenets of putting the mission first, never accepting defeat, never quitting, and never leaving behind a fallen comrade. This is an important day, and these soldiers can take great pride in their accomplishments. To the parents, families, and friends of the soldiers, Fort Jackson extends a very warm and sincere welcome. We are justifiably proud of them and are truly honored that they have chosen to join our ranks. Please direct your attention to the left of the formation. The units marching today, from the left to the right, are the 282nd Army Band under the command of Chief George Bauer, and the graduating companies from Alpha, Bravo, the Battalion Color Guard, Charlie, Delta, and Echo Company. Identified by their distinctive headgear are the drill sergeants. These dedicated non-commissioned officers form the backbone of the Army's training center system, selected based on professional competence, leadership ability, and years of service. These men and women undergo intensive training to earn their right to wear their distinctive hat and insignia. With the drill sergeant hat goes an important responsibility of molding civilian men and women into soldiers. The commander of troops for today's ceremony is Major Jonathan Plotkin, who serves as the executive officer for the 1st Battalion, 13th Infantry Regiment. He and the battalion staff are positioned on the field. The reviewing officer for today's graduation is the commander of the 1st Battalion, 13th Infantry Regiment, Lieutenant Colonel Keith L. Jacobs. On his left is Command Sergeant Major Joseph J. Shackleton, the battalion's senior non-commissioned officer, master trainer, and principal advisor to the commander. The commander of troops will now bring forward the colors and the persons to be honored.
Colors and persons to be honored, center!
Competence and commitment are the hallmark of the professionalism. The soldiers and drill sergeants coming forward will be recognized for their excellence in training and duty performance and serve as examples to all. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the playing of the national anthem.
Sir, colors and persons to be honored are present. Lieutenant Command.
It is appropriate for the soldiers in uniform and all armed forces veterans to salute the American flag. We ask our civilian guests to please remove your headgear and place your hand over your right heart as our national anthem is played. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Lieutenant Colonel Jacobs and Command Sergeant Major Shackleton will now present the awards. The outstanding drill sergeant of the cycle for Alpha Company is Drill Sergeant Nick Carter Nugent from Queens, New York. The soldier leader of the cycle for Alpha Company is Specialist Amelia Johnson from Austin, Texas. The soldier of the cycle for Alpha Company is Private Mark Kantz from Somerville, New Jersey.
Right, please. Forward, march.
The outstanding drill sergeant of the cycle for Bravo Company is Drill Sergeant Kiara Johnson from Wiggins, Mississippi. The soldier leader of the cycle for Bravo Company is Specialist Crystal Hernandez from Cuadras, Puerto Rico. The soldier of the cycle for Bravo Company is Private Derek Hicks from Fort Valley, Georgia. The outstanding drill sergeant of the cycle from Charlie Company is Drill Sergeant Courtney Evans from Chestertown, New York. The soldier leader of the cycle for Charlie Company is PB2 Derek Johnson from Boise, Idaho. The soldier of the cycle for Charlie Company is PFC Noel Carabajo from Cleveland, Ohio. The outstanding drill sergeant of the cycle for Delta Company is Drill Sergeant William Favre from Pitts Grove, New Jersey. The soldier leader of the cycle for Delta Company is Specialist Natalie Panelos from Louisville, Kentucky. The soldier of the cycle for Delta Company is PB2 Kirsten Knott from Baltimore, Maryland. The outstanding drill sergeant of the cycle for Echo Company is Drill Sergeant Tahita Mohammed from Clearwater, Florida. The soldier leader of the cycle for Echo Company is Specialist Charles Brake from Colesburg, Iowa. The soldier of the cycle for Echo Company is Specialist Louis Garcia from East Orange, New Jersey. Ladies and gentlemen, the commander of the 1st Battalion, 13th Infantry Regiment, Lieutenant Colonel Jacobs.
Command Sergeant Major Gann, Colonel White, commanders, Command Sergeant Majors, families, friends, and guests of the 1st Battalion, 13th Infantry Regiment, the 1st at Vicksburg, and especially those that are joining us via our live streaming. On behalf of the U.S. Army Training Center and Fort Jackson Commanding General, Brigadier General Beagle, and the U.S. Army Training Center and Fort Jackson Command Sergeant Major Gann, welcome once again to Fort Jackson. So firstly, to those that are viewing via our live streaming, thank you for your unending support of these soldiers and their decision to join our ranks. And I officially welcome you to both the Army and to the Vicksburg family. Now, our motto in the 1st Battalion, 13th Infantry Regiment is the first at Vicksburg. So I ask that you please allow me this brief opportunity to give you a brief history of the history of our regiment, so that when you reunite with your family members, you will know what our motto means and why we are so very proud of our organization. Confederate lines, Vicksburg, Mississippi, 19 May 1863. In this assault, bitter resistance, the 1st Battalion, 13th Infantry Regiment lost 43% of her men. But of the attacking force, it alone fought its colors up the steep slope to the top. General Sherman called this performance unequaled in the Army and authorized the 13th Infantry Regiment to inscribe 1st at Vicksburg on its colors. Now, although it took 2 more months of hard fighting to capture Vicksburg and to eventually split the Confederacy, no other episode more clearly illustrates the indomitable spirit of Americans on either side. While the other battalions of our regiment have adopted the 40 rounds motto, our motto for the 1st Battalion, 13th Infantry Regiment remains and truly means the 1st at Vicksburg. Now, I am honored to stand before you and provide remarks about this special class of graduates. And the drill sergeants and the trainees know this about me, so I will warn you up front that I am a simple guy. So please don't expect anything extremely profound from me. But I promise you this, I will abide by the rules of the 3Bs, as we call them. I will be brief. I will be brief, soldiers out there. I will attempt to be brilliant, and then I will be gone. Today, we welcome 917 of America's newest defenders of freedom to our ranks and mark their graduation from basic combat training. Out on the field today, alongside our soldiers, is the 282nd Band. Now, we at Fort Jackson have the privilege of having the absolute best band in the Army right here. So I ask you to please join me for a virtual round of applause for this great band. Now, in my heart, I believe we live in the land of the free only because of the brave. It is only because of the sacrifices of American service members who have fought for and continue to fight for our freedom that we are able to assemble both here and virtually today and celebrate the accomplishments of these soldiers on the field. So at this time, I ask that all our veterans who have served, are currently serving, and yes, I am speaking to those joining us via live streaming, to please stand, wave your hand, tap your foot, whatever you can do to allow us to honor you just for a moment. So I thank you for your service, for your sacrifice, because we know what it means, and you honor us with your presence. The next group of individuals that I would like to recognize are the cadre, and I will specifically mention the drill sergeants. Those are the ones with the distinctive hats that you see. Your soldiers will forget some of the tasks and events that occurred here, but they will never forget their drill sergeants. Great NCOs like Nugent, Johnson, Evans, Favre, Muhammad. Those are the ones that you saw myself and the Command Sergeant Major present awards to earlier. Years from now, your soldiers will tell you that they could not have made it through basic training without their drill sergeants. The drill sergeants are specifically selected from across the Army and undergo rigorous training at the Drill Sergeant Academy on a daily basis, 24/7, 10 weeks. We demand that they display the attributes of a soldier and demonstrate the Army values of loyalty, duty, respect, selfless service, honor, integrity, and personal courage. They have spent the last 10 weeks working hard to transform your loved ones into what you see today on the field: disciplined, fit soldiers. So I ask you to give them a round of applause virtually for a job well done to our drill sergeants. Now I will speak about the graduating soldiers on the field. On 7 February 2020, 1,020 trainees began this journey. Today, 917 soldiers stand before you. Now, here are some interesting facts about them. They are quite a diverse group. The youngest soldier is 18. Private Thurmanby, Alpha Company, where are you? Raise your hand. There he is, I see him. 18 years old, barely. The oldest soldier is 42. 42. There is no excuse. 42 years old. They come from every state. Yes, all 50 states are represented. One U.S. territory, and they represent 51 different countries. They speak 31 languages: Pashto, French, Portuguese, Spanish, German, Sinhala, Thai, Patois, Swahili, Korean. You understand where I'm going. There are soldiers in this formation with all types of degrees. 21 of them have associate's degrees. 63 have bachelor's degrees. 4 have master's degrees, and there are 2 doctoral students in our formation with doctoral degrees. We have 17 officer candidates, 1 warrant officer candidates. There are 659 males and 258 females. Quite a diverse group. Yet, despite their unique and diverse backgrounds, what unites them all is that each one of them, for their own unique reasons, answered the call. They raised their right hand and swore an oath to support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America against all enemies, both foreign and domestic. Ladies and gentlemen joining us virtually, before you stands our most precious resources, America's sons and daughters. Graduating basic combat training is a significant achievement. It was by no means easy. It had to be earned. They had to overcome numerous obstacles, to include adjusting to the threat of COVID-19. The team before you has stared adversity in the face and overcome it. Command Sergeant Major Shackleton and I could not be more proud of them, as you should be as well. So I ask that you bear with me one last time, as I address them as their commander. All right, team, hear me now. Don't just listen to me, hear me. You have made it. Be proud in what you have done. But this is only the beginning of your Army story. Remember what you have learned. Remember the equation. Set your goals high. You did that. You wanted to graduate basic combat training. Now set a new goal. You go to AIT and you crush it. Hard work is the second part of our equation. Anything worth having, you got to work for it. Third part, dedication. You cannot accomplish your goals by working hard only one day. You prove that. You have to work hard every day. And the last part of our equation for success is that thing called pride. We've said it before. Pride, it comes from here. It will not allow you to give up. It will not allow you to quit. If you recall that video Sergeant Major and I showed you on day 3, you remember that we challenged you to do something. We challenged you to be great, and not only to be great, but to show the world how great you are. Now you have showed me and the Sergeant Major how great you are. Your charge now is to show the Army and our nation how great you are. And finally, remember the team you play with. As we said, who you with? Team first at Vicksburg. We say hard work over here. Team 193rd, the Bayonet Brigade. We got no ground to give, absolutely none. Team Jackson, victory starts here. Team Army, this will defend. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of each one of you. But my charge to you now, fix bayonets, charge. Thank you so much to all of our family members and friends that are watching us via live streaming. Hard work, dedication, the first at Vicksburg, no ground to give, because victory starts here.
Today's soldier, above all, a warrior, adaptive, confident, and competent. As a soldier, you are totally committed to the warrior ethos, grounded in the Army values, and determined to destroy enemies of the United States of America and her allies. The United States Army Soldier's Creed embodies this commitment. To the soldiers on the field, the uniform you wear at this moment is more than an outward display of your vocational choice. Your uniform is a symbol of the nation and an unspoken assurance to all who see you that you are willing and able protector of the freedoms fought so arduously for. By all who have gone before and those who have bravely come after, you have become what you said to be, a soldier in the United States Army. The Soldier's Creed is your declaration of your unshakable commitment to the ideals of this nation, which was founded upon and will continue to guarantee. Ladies and gentlemen, Please stand as PV2 Derek Johnson will now lead the Soldier's Creed, standing before you through the reciting of the Soldier's Creed. Please be seated.
As introduced.
Our work.
Jason.
Pass and review. Forward. March.
As you are approached by the American flag, it is appropriate to rise and remain standing until it has passed to your right. Passing the reviewing stand is the Commander of Troops, Major Jonathan Plotkin, and the battalion staff. The 282nd Army Band is commanded by Chief George Bauer. The drum major is Sergeant David Love. Alpha Company is commanded by First Lieutenant Theodore Daly. First Platoon is led and trained by Senior Drill Sergeant Jackie Stone. Second Platoon is led and trained by Senior Drill Sergeant Sean Poisington. Third Platoon is led by First Lieutenant Katie Ansel. Fourth Platoon is led and trained by Senior Drill Sergeant Trey Creech. In the rear of their formation is the First Sergeant, First Sergeant Sean Quintanilla. Bravo Company is commanded by Captain Brandon Scott. First Platoon is led by First Lieutenant Cameron McLeod. Second Platoon is led by Second Lieutenant Matt Myers. Third Platoon is led by First Lieutenant Curtis Spalt. Fourth Platoon is led by Second Lieutenant Tyler Stem. In the rear of their formation is the First Sergeant Kishan Lewis. Ladies and gentlemen, you are reminded that you are approached by the American flag. It is appropriate to rise and remain standing until it has passed to your right. Charlie Company is commanded by First Lieutenant Nathaniel Weimer. First Platoon is led and trained by Senior Drill Sergeant Lou Espanueva. Second platoon is led and trained by Senior Drill Sergeant Brian Morris. Third platoon is led and trained by Senior Drill Sergeant Christopher Harris. Fourth platoon is led and trained by Senior Drill Sergeant Eric Crittenden. In the rear of the formation is the First Sergeant Jason Dolan. Delta Company is commanded by Captain Nicole Jacks. First platoon is trained and led by Senior Drill Sergeant Richard Casey. Third platoon is led and trained by Senior Drill Sergeant Sasha Wilson. Fourth platoon is led and trained by Senior Drill Sergeant Joseph Proctor. In the rear of the formation is the First Sergeant Antonio Rivera. Echo Company is commanded by First Lieutenant Michael Duckworth. First platoon is led and trained by Senior Drill Sergeant Sharday Powell. Second platoon is led and trained by Senior Drill Sergeant Elijah Estep. Third platoon is led and trained by Senior Drill Sergeant Michael Higgins. Fourth platoon is trained and led by Senior Drill Sergeant Matthew Mathnis. In the rear of the formation is the First Sergeant Michael Panalago. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the Army song. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes today's ceremony. We ask that you please remember to take all trash and personal items with you as you exit. Please enjoy the rest of the day and have a safe journey home. Victory starts here.